Welcome everybody to our Friday morning workout number 50. We reached the 50 lesson mark and there's many more lessons to come. So it's a day of celebration, 50 episodes, me being here, you being here, and learning together and applying and implementing these tactics, these concepts, these principles, and applying them in our training or our martial arts. Whatever you do as an athlete, as a martial artist, or just a person who wants to improve himself or herself, welcome. And if you like these videos, then please always share them, like the video, and comment. If you have any questions, I'm always there for you. So number 50, last week's video, a very popular video, because I talked about an issue about shoulder pain, and there's a reason why these videos are very more popular than others, because a lot of people have pain in their shoulder. The shoulder joint, the shoulder girdle, it's a very complex joint. It's very complex, and it's easy to injure it. There's a couple of areas like that on your body that if you injure it, it really affects. Yes, you can train around an injury, but there's 4 parts of the body that if you injure it, you cannot function. And the shoulders are one. If you have any type of shoulder pain, it is very bothersome, and we need to address it. So I hope that you were able to apply these exercises and to implement them and use them and to increase the blood flow in that joint. Today, I want to talk about another issue, another part of the body that if you injure it, you can't do anything. And you have to have gone through that pain in this body part to know what I'm talking about. So the neck. The neck is a very important, crucial part of you being very fluid, powerful, and feeling healthy. Any type of neck pain is debilitating and will just paralyze you and stop you from doing the stuff, the sports or the drills or the training that you enjoy. Armor, guys, you need to build armor. You need to be preventative in your approach. You need to train your body first. Make it strong armor, and then you can go out and demonstrate your power, whatever that is, any sport it is. For us martial artists, the fighting aspect, if your neck is strong, you can double or triple your punching power if you have a stronger neck. So you need to work the neck. And it's a good shock absorber. My dad used to say about the nose, like he wished the nose was spring-loaded, that if you have it broken, it would just snap back in place, but that's not the case. But the head is on a shock absorber, and the shock absorber is your neck. The stronger your neck is, the better you can take a punch, not get knocked out. The brain does not collide with the inner skull to create a type of cerebral or like a concussion. Then if you know that in advance, then you should spend a lot of time working the neck. Almost like a football player that doesn't work the neck is asking for it. Same thing for martial arts. If your neck is strong, you can punch harder, and if you're wrestling and grappling, then those are the pillars of grappling and wrestling, making sure that the neck is very strong. So that's what I want to focus on today. I want you to start very light, be very smart when doing neck exercise. If you go too much too soon, like I've talked about before, then you will injure yourself. Your muscles, your ligaments, the tendons in the neck that attach to the spine and your skull are not accustomed at first. Yes, your neck is strong because you have to support the weight of your head throughout the day. but we're talking about more than just support. It's having that neck strength to be able to fight. So even if you're not a fighter, I strongly recommend that you do strong, lots of regular practice for the neck. Okay, so if you're in a car accident, if you're doing any type of sport that has contact, then the whiplash effect. So neck has to be strong, and that's what I want to focus on today. So if you're okay with that, give me a thumbs up, give me acknowledgement that you want to do this. If the neck is of no interest to you, then you should just click off the video right now, because I'm going to go through many exercises for the neck. This is my experience. This is my my thinking that you need to work the neck, whatever you do. If you're a mom at home taking care of the kids, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a businessman, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're whatever you're doing in your life, you should work the neck. So you should go from side to side to stretch. You should go front and back. So I'll run through these quickly, and it's your job to take notes and to go back to the video. So front, back, with control, side to side. Twist and twist. Test what is your range of movement first. So try to go as far as you can from side to side. So go through the motion and feel if there's any pain. If there's some pain, then you should address it. You should have it checked. Were you hit? Were you in an accident? Maybe you need to be realigned with an osteopath or with a chiropractor or some expert in the field of realignment. But if everything's a go, then we start putting in some pressure. So the first one is putting your hand on top of your temple here and trying to press your head down and then resist. So what you're doing is you're using the same concept I taught you about PN stretching, positive, negative. If I do a full split and I squeeze and I relax, I should be able to go lower. So I press and I push up against my hand and relax. Push up against my hand, relax. And I do these on both sides to be balanced out. So I do the motion from side to side. Second, I cut my chin and I turn as far as I can and I resist and push and release. Push and release. So I'm doing this motion, but my hand needs to be what I'm pressing up against, and I'm adding my own pressure to the movement, and then do this from side to side. Next, connect your hands together, thumbs up and under your chin. So you're cupping your chin with your hands and thumbs, and I want you to push down. So you're applying more static isometric resistance here just with your own hands and pressing down. Next, you lace your fingers and you place them just not too low on the neck, not too high, just at the top of your skull right here. And you go down. Now this is one of the most dangerous ones, so be very careful. When you go forward without pressure, you should feel strong. This one here, start very lightly and don't go crazy with the resistance. So go down, push up and resist. Push up and resist. Push up and resist. Do not discount the movement as being too easy. You're slowly building up that the thickness of your muscle fibers, the ligaments. Go through it slowly, up and down with your hands. Now all these variations, once you're strong, and you can only apply so much pressure, then you need to move up to having a partner give you the resistance as you're talking to one another, and then you'll also outgrow the partner. Then you'll have to go to resistance with elastic bands like I talked about last week, different colors. So if I'm on the purple, then I'll upgrade to a green, then a red, and so forth until I feel a progression there, right? And then once you outgrow the resistance bands, then you go into a neck machine, and I have a very unique neck machine here for strengthening the neck. And it goes up to 400 pounds of pressure, and I can go through all 4 angles and really build up my neck. Okay, so these are the basic exercises you do. Then some of the exercises you know already. You're on your back. So imagine that I'm on my back and you're looking at me from a top view. My legs are crossed and my hands are clasped onto my wrist. I proceed to do the yes movement up and down. Do not move your chest, do not move your shoulders. Be very mindful of the head as you're going through the motion, up and down. Nothing else moves except the head. Imagine you're on your back, just on the edge of a cliff, and your head is dangling off of the cliff. And you're trying to reach back as up as you can, as high as you can, and then pull down. That's your up and down movement. Then you go the diamond pattern. You go left as far as you can, then back, right, and then front. Left, back, right, front. Go through this motion, left side and then right side. Once you're strong with that movement, then you bridge. Now, I don't want to go through too much of bridging for now. I want you to focus on an even easier exercise, which is the headstand. The headstand is one of the best exercises to build a bull neck. I want to have a strong neck, a big, strong neck. So the headstand is one of your go-to movements. Use a wall at first. That's the first step. And just go onto your head, hands down, and then hold the headstand. So it'll look kind of like I'm trying to keep balance. And once I'm up against the wall, I hold and my hands are down. That's step one. Once I feel strong, my hands are down, I release one arm. I feel strong, I release the other arm. And I hold my balance on my head up against the wall without the use of my hands. Be very smart when doing this exercise. Go start with a very easy set, like 15 seconds, then 30 seconds. Then the next step is to do this headstand without the wall, without your hands, like the Shaolin monks do. So that's a work in progress, okay? So it takes time to build up to that, just on your head. Then you move up to the body scissor. The body scissor will attack two things, your head and your lower back. So you breathe and you use your hips as the lever, the fulcrum. I'll do it from the side so you can see it. Once my head is down and my hands, my fingers point towards my toes, I walk up to a point where my feet come off the floor. Like I can easily just align my hip with my neck and my legs come up. And I push and try to put my body as straight as I can. And when I feel good, I bend at the waist and I inhale. Exhale. And I focus on doing as many reps as possible as I'm going through the body scissor. The body scissor looks challenging at first. It is. I make it look easy, but put the time and practice. One, it works on your balance, on your body awareness, your center of gravity, inverted, and it really builds your neck. Again, go 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, and then go longer and longer. If you have a partner to play with, great. Your partner can act as the wall, and he can also proceed to put pressure down as you're doing the motion. Watch the alignment of your neck. Pull the chin in. You should have this feeling like you're being pulled from the head up. So while walking or waiting in line, be aware of your posture. Not like that. My chin comes in and just the top of my skull here is being pulled to the ceiling and my shoulder is back. I feel that perfect alignment. So be very mindful of how aligned are you as you're standing and walking. Go through these motions. When that feels good, then you go to the forearm push-up and you proceed to do the same movement going up and down. Then you lie on your side, your left hand on your right shoulder, right hand on the floor, align them straight, and go up and down. Go through the full range of movement as far as you can down without bending at the shoulder and your neck. From the top view, you should be perfectly straight. Do these basic exercises religiously every single day, especially if you're a martial artist, if you're fighting, if you're grappling, and if you're just an athlete in general, just running a lot or doing any type of sport. The neck is the key. All the signals from your brain go down the spine, through the neck, straight down. If this is injured, then nothing else works properly. It doesn't function 100%. The signals need to move freely down into your organs and through the body. So be careful not to injure it, not to pinch a nerve there, and it starts with mobility, stretching, and using resistance with your hands first. If you do these, you will feel the neck getting stronger and stronger. If you're punching pads, you'll feel like you're punching harder. And if you're sparring, you'll feel like you can take hits better. You'll be less dazed and stunned. And if you're grappling, you'll soon learn how to use your head as a third arm. If you grapple with any high-level grappler, you'll feel them using their head against you. So not just two hands, but 3 hands, the head and the hands. I think this is enough for today. Apply these. They're simple to do. If you're sitting at work, in an office, let's say, just go through the motions and add the resistance. If you don't want to put your hands up because you're in like there's people watching you, then go through the motion and add your own resistance without your hands, but use the neck muscles to add the resistance. If you have questions, put them in the comment section. It's up to you to put this information to good use. I swear by these exercises, this is what I do, and I want you to have the same results. Build a strong, tough, thick neck. As always, walk the path of self-mastery. I'm Sebok Martin Patenaude, and I'll see you soon.